Page 108 in the Hall of the Mountain King. In the previous pages, they introduce you to the key of G minor. I've already mentioned G minor because it's the relative minor to B flat major. I encourage you to go do the scale on B flat major. Well, also do the scale on G minor. So now you got it. This piece is in G minor. And the primary chords for G minor: the 1 chord, the 4 chord, 5/7 chord. It helps if you can know the primary chords. Let's talk about this. This is a fun piece. I did a piano solo of it's not my arrangement of it, somebody else's arrangement on my other channel. I'll try and put a link in the description if you want to hear that. Although you'll find recordings of this. It's nice. Listen to the orchestras play it to get an idea what it really sounds like. You get an idea of what it's like to be down in these tunnels. And, okay. Start with the right hand. When it comes in on the second line, it's here. The notes are written here, here, and just play it all legato first. C sharp, and C natural, A flat. Watch this fingering, thumb. If you've got fat fingers and this isn't working for you, then you're going to have to change the fingering. Put third finger and then reach up. Because if you have really fat fingers, you probably have pretty big hands and you can reach this. Otherwise, use the fingering in the book. Let's go down to the last line on page 108, because it's the same here, you down here. 2/4, because we got a B flat coming up. Don't forget the F sharps. You do that some more, and then over on page 109, second line, you're back up here. So forth, and that's pretty much it. Let's go down to the last line. You're up here, and then again, and then down here. That's it for the right hand. Now over on page 104, when the right hand comes in, there's a note that says 1 octave lower, and the dotted line, so as long as that dotted line lasts, so instead of here, you come down here, 1 octave lower. You play it down here. And this lasts until the end of the third line. When the dotted line ends, that ends. Then in the fourth line, now you can come up here. Here. Then when you get over to page 109, the second line, you're ending it here. And then it's here, except it's an octave higher. See the AVA in the dotted line? That's an octave higher. So you're going to come up here. For as long as the dotted line lasts, you stay up here. And the dotted line ends after the first measure on the last line. Here. Here, and then come down. And then come down. So you're moving around a bit here. Left hand. The left hand gets the melody just for the first line. Play legato. That's an A flat. Cross over here too. Then it's just quarter notes. Throughout, you're going to move around a little bit, so it's not always going to be, look at the last measure of the second line. You're up here. I prefer a 4 on the B flat because I'm staying in this position pretty much. So I'm here. I can do a 2 on the D if I wanted to. And then here. That way I'm not moving around. And that takes me all the way down to the last line on that page. Then I have to come up. Be careful on the second measure of the last line. It's a B flat there. So it may not be what you think it is. And then on page 109, second line, we come up again. And the last measure of that line, you're up here, B flat F. And again, you can catch all of these in one hand position if you want. So you can do the B, that measure, B flat F with third finger. If you want to stay in that position, it's okay. And then then the last line on page 109, you're down here. Rest, rest, come down. Don't forget the B flat. The last note has an AV8 under it. That means you go down an octave here. So we kind of come up the keyboard and then back down the keyboard in this piece. It's kind of neat. Put the hands together, starting with the second line. The first line, the left hand's by itself. So the second line, you're here. Remember the left hand, the right hand's down an octave. And then in the last line on that page, now both hands are coming up. Now you're ending the third line here. So the right hand is pretty much here already. It's fine. The left hand has to come up here. If you want to play the first note with third or fourth finger, that's fine because you're moving here. You can go here or fifth finger if you want. You decide on the fingering, pencil it in if it's different than the book and stick with it. So the end of the third line is here. Fourth, and then you end the page 108. And then the second line on page 109, you come up some more. And then the third line, the right hand comes up, the left hand stays where it is. And then the last line, you're up here. Rest, 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 rest. Once you can get that and work out the hesitations and the hand movements and all that stuff, we go back and we add these articulation, the accents and the staccatos. Nice light staccato. There's an accent. Get the idea? And then in the second line, the left hand staccato, and the right hand is staccato with accents some. It's the same articulation throughout. Okay. Then we have the dynamics, and in this piece, the dynamics just, ooh. You're starting out really, really soft. This is where they're down low and they're off in the distance. And it says. Still soft. This is the right hand. Now the left hand's got to get very soft. And then in the third line, you're a little louder, not much. Last line, a little louder still, but you're just moderately loud. This is the right hand. Keep the left hand soft. And then when you get to the top of page 109, now you're soft again. And the second line on 109, now you back up to moderately loud. And there's a crescendo there, so you're going to take the whole line to get loud. I recommend you start the second line at soft. Give you more room to get loud. That way I can do it a measure at a time. So the second line, the first measure would be soft. Now I go up to moderately soft. And about halfway through the third measure, I go up to moderately loud. Now I'm loud in the next line. That's the right hand. Keep the left hand back. And then in the last line, you're loud. Moderately loud. Both are accent. And it's moderately loud going down to soft. Soft. So work on the dynamics. They're not exactly the way that piece would be, but that's kind of nice. Now, they don't change tempo here because in the real thing it starts out fairly slow and the tempo will build up and get more exciting as you're getting into it. But they don't do that here. They just keep the same tempo, and that's fine too. As far as the speed goes, well, they're saying I suggest it's a slow march. One, two, just think of a giant troll or something just plodding along here. Let's play this together very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics, but I want to do the notes and the rhythms to make sure you can do that. And make sure you can do the whole thing without any hesitations first. I'll give us 4 counts. 1 and 2 and ready and go and. Rest, 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 rest.